What is going on, guys? Sonic and the Bean Show here. Today we're looking at the brand new NECA Halloween Ends Ultimate Michael Myers figure. I was finally able to get my hands on this one. Been waiting on this since they showed it off at San Diego Comic-Con, and I'm excited. It's also sweet to now have all the Blumhouse Halloween Ultimate Michael Myers figures as well. So let's take a look at the packaging. So we do get a big image of, well, Michael right here, but the bottom we just got Halloween Ends and then Ultimate Michael Myers right there. The top we just got the same thing we've already seen, NECA logo right there, and then here's the bottom. Here is the side, Halloween Ends, and then here is the other side right here. And then the back, of course, we do get some promotion shots of the figure right there. We actually get a bio read right here. If you guys want to pause and read, you can. And then, of course, we do have the open flap that does reveal the figure. So check that out. As you can see, we got all of the accessories that comes with the figure, and then a shot of Michael right there. So yeah, so that right there was the packaging. So without further ado, let's go ahead and crack this out of the box and take a closer look. Okay, so here's the figure out of the packaging right here. So I'm just gonna say, if you own the 2018 Halloween or the Halloween Kills Ultimate Michael Myers figure, then you're gonna know what you're getting into. This is very similar to those, except this one just has, you know, like different paint and sculpting around the figure. But even though I didn't really like this movie, I will say this is a really good looking figure. I mean, you know, when it comes to aesthetics, NECA is always going to deliver here. But this figure right here, they did a really good job capturing, of course, how Michael is in this one, where, you know, he's like all beat up and, you know, worn out, and all the blood and, you know, like the molding or like the oldness going on with the mask, and of course, like you know, like the burn mark around him to the side. They did a really good job. This one that I'm noticing is that it's like you can see like this light sort of paint going around the, you know, the jumpsuit up here, and then you can see like a bunch of like the blood wounds going around the jumpsuit right here. Like, it's kind of crazy to see this, but you know, it makes sense because, you know, this was Halloween Ends, so this is where, you know, Michael received all of like this battle damage, you know, throughout the movies, really. Because I do have the we're just gonna take the Halloween Kills Michael Myers, but you can see the difference, man. Like, you know, the guy's been through a lot of fights, as you can see, so it's kind of crazy to see the difference going on here. And then I'll actually just bring in the 2018 Michael right here. So look at that. He was like really clean, and then he went from this, and then you got this. So it's really like crazy to see the crazy thing that Michaels has been going through, you know, through these movies, to see like all of the battle, you know, all the damages going through the movies like that. It's like really cool to see this comparison. And then coming on down, you can see the rest of the figure. We do got like some dried up blood on the fingers right here, and he still has the missing fingers here when you know, Laurie blew up his fingers, and then, you know, we have the full hand right there, of course. Now these are your weapon holding hands, you know, for your knives, so you have that when you get the figure out of the packaging. And then coming on down, still some crazy like dirty sort of details, and then the wrinkle details they got going on here, and then of course the boots right here, and then the bottom of the boots right there. And then here is the back of the figure. Again, got some more blood wounds going on here, some blood here on the shoulder, and you can see like how dirty and worn the entire jumpsuit is. And then the back of Michael's head right here, and you even got like this this cut right here on the cheek, which is pretty much the same that we got you know, in this figure, but you can see how like, you know, this one, it's a lot more worse now. Now for the articulation's gonna be very similar, really. There's not really gonna be anything new if you're familiar with how the articulation is for the Michael Myers figure. So for the head, we do get that same like straight peg here, but then the ball peg going on to the neck right there. So it's gonna be the same, unfortunately, because you know, with Michael, he doesn't really get a whole lot of movement with the head. So like, to look up without like trying to pop the head off, but to look up, you know, you're only getting just about there, and then to look down, you get that much range. But you do have some nice pivoting with the head right there, and then of course you have your rotation. The shoulders, hinge to the shoulder, not the best, of course, you know, pretty much that, but you do have your full rotation there. You have your double jointed pinless elbows, you get that much range, and of course you have a swivel right there to the elbow. For the wrist, you get a full rotation, but they are on a vertical hinge, so that's nice. Nothing going on with the torso, of course, but for the hips out to the side, yeah, it looks like Michael can still do the full-on splits right there. So we do have that. Of course, you can kick forward pretty high due to this plastic being pretty soft. So you can kind of stretch that out. But Michael can kick high just about there. And then back, I'd say just about here. But you do have your single jointed knees. Barely goes to 90, you just get that much range, and again that swivel. And then for the boots, or the ankles really, not much to kick forward again, but back it's a little bit better. Maybe the Halloween Kills was probably similar to this, but of course you also have your ankle rocker. Okay, now jumping into accessories, so this is going to be the head that you get when you get the figure out of the packaging that we've already taken a look at, but we do have another interchangeable head sculpt right here. Now this head sculpt is almost similar to this one. It's just that the only difference is that I'm finding right here is that it looks like the hair is just a little bit more like flat compared to this one. As you can see, that's kind of the only difference I'm seeing a little bit. Everything else looks about the same though, but for me it looks like the hair looks like a little kind of messed up, and it's like a little bit more flat, you know, to the back of the head. That's the only difference I'm seeing, but they are a little similar. I think the mouth and everything else is about the same, but that's all I'm seeing with this head sculpt right here. Now again, these are the hands that you're gonna get when you get the figure out. However, what I've noticed is that for some reason, so this hand right here does have the vertical hinge, but this one has the standard horizontal hinge. And that's kind of weird. I'm not sure if mine is just has like an error or something, because my other Michael Myers figures, they all have the vertical hinge on both hands, but this one has the horizontal on this one. So I'm not too sure. But the other hands you get here, we do have this hand right here. This is just more of a relaxed hand. As you can see, it got like the dried, well, you know what, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe, I don't know if it's dried the blood, it could just be like dirt, or maybe it's blood and dirt, honestly, I don't know. But we do have like a relaxed hand. And then the other hands you get here is you do have these sort of style posing hands, I guess. Of course the fingers are missing on these, as you can see. And then here is the back of the hands right here. So yeah, we do have those. We get a jack-o'-lantern right here, and the sculpt on this is actually really nice. I like how you can actually see the cut to the top right here, and then of course you can kind of see a little bit on the inside. Well, barely. It's like pretty dark, but they have like some details inside, which is really cool. But I like how they actually like showed how it's like cut to the top, and here's the rest, as you can see, and then there's the bottom right there. So yeah, really nice jack-o'-lantern right there. That looks nice. Now we do have your standard kitchen knife. This one looks pretty similar to the one we got in the Halloween Kills Ultimate figure. It looks pretty similar. So yeah, we do get a standard knife right here. The other knife we get is just a bloody knife right here. You know, it's just another kitchen knife with blood on it this time. And then this one is actually kind of cool. So we get a knife that you can see has been, well, used up for a bit by Michael. Of course, this is probably just a knife that he held for the longest when he was in the sewer. But you can see how it's like really dirty. You know, it's like the blade and a little bit to the handle right here. But yeah, really nice details right there on this one. And then yeah, that's pretty much all the accessories. So not a whole bunch, but I mean, then again, we rarely even seen Michael in the movie anyway, so it's pretty much that. But yeah, those are going to be all of the accessories you get here for this Michael figure. Okay, and now for your figure comparison. So I do have it in order from the movie, so like from the trilogy really. But we do have the 2018 Halloween Michael Myers figure. We have the Halloween Kills, and then of course Halloween Ends. And you can definitely see the difference going on here with the jumpsuits and then the mask right here. I think out of these three, I still like the 2018 Halloween movie the most here. But I think for design wise and figure wise, I think I'm still leaning towards the Halloween Kills. This figure I really did like when it first came out, and I think I'm still liking it a little bit more than this one. I don't know. I've also noticed that these masks are a little bit fatter than this one. Like this one's a little slim, but that could just be how it was in the movie, honestly. But yeah, I don't think this figure is like bad or anything. I think I just still like the way how this one is, honestly. I think the Halloween Kills Ultimate Michael Myers figure is probably still my favorite so far. And then here's another figure comparison, but here is Michael next to the Ultimate Laurie Strode figure. Alright, so that is going to wrap up this review on the NECA Halloween Ends Ultimate Michael Myers figure. Pretty great figure overall. Really like the details of the wounds and dirt going on with the jumpsuit. Not my favorite Michael Myers figure, but it is still a solid release. I think they did a good job on capturing Michael from the movie. So if you're a fan of the Halloween franchise or just a fan of NECA horror figures in general, then I'd say pick this up if you can. I recently got mine at Target, so you should be able to find him there. But let me know, what are your thoughts on this in the comments down below. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review. But until then, take care, my friends.